Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in today's Kill Team Octarius update video, we're going to look at the close combat rules. So far, we found out about alternating activations, we've had a real good look at the layout of the data card, and yesterday we saw the range combat rules. But today, it's time to dive in and look at the close combat rules for the new Kill Team Octarius game. Okay, let's get started. So here we are back at the Warhammer Community site, and as we scroll down, the latest articles come out today, the 16th of July, and it's all about close combat, which is a deadly dance of death in new Kill Team. So let's click on it and we'll have a look at the article together. Okay, so here's the article today, and I'm really excited about this new game. The updates have been awesome so far, and it's just getting better and better each day. So let's find out what close combat is going to bring to the game. And it tells us that when opposing kill teams clash in the close confines of your typical mission area or kill zone, melee combat is almost an inevitability. Accordingly, Games Workshop are continuing the series of Kill Team articles by looking at how the operatives are going to cope when the chainsaws and choppers start swinging. So melee weapons are going to have some of the same characteristics as the range weapons, and we saw that yesterday in yesterday's video, so that's up on the channel if you want to find out about the ranged weapons. But for the melee, it's going to be more quick and violent to represent close combat, and so this means survival is more of a matter of split-second decisions and honed instinct rather than carefully aimed attacks like we'd see with those ranged weapons. And with melee attacks, instead of the attacker taking their shots and then trying to slip past the target's armour, with close combat, both fighters are going to roll their melee attacks simultaneously. So here we go, we're getting started with how the game's going to play out now and how the mechanics for close combats are going to work. So this is getting interesting already. Alright, let's roll through how this is going to play out then. So both fighters will roll their melee attacks simultaneously. And then, starting with the attacker, the combatants then alternate, choosing whether they want to use a successful hit to inflict damage or parry one of their opponent's hits, cancelling it out. And this means that every fight is going to be a strategic dance of death where powerful attacks are turned aside at the last minute and heroic soldiers throw themselves on enemy blades to land a desperate last-ditch blow. I love the sound of this. This sounds great. So if one attacker has 2 hits in their dice roll and the other fighter has 1 hit in their dice roll, the attacker could choose to either inflict 2 hits and take 1 themselves, or they could cancel out the hit from their opponent and then just deal 1 damage. So I guess if the player you're fighting against, that fighter, has got only 2 hits remaining, you could take 1 hit yourself, sacrifice that hit, and then take that other fighter out of the game. So this is really interesting, and this is going to give loads of exciting tactics and things once the game's underway. So I'm loving it. This is great. And now this is cool. In the article, we're starting to see images from some of the other factions. And here we got the Grey Knights and the Demons of Khorne, which is super exciting for me because I've got both of these sets of fighters. So this is cool. But it tells us that getting embroiled in a melee is especially deadly, as unlike range combat, armour saves aren't going to help you here. And in such close confines, finding an exposed joint or aiming for a foolishly unprotected head is comparatively easy. The only thing standing between an operative and the whirling blades of a chainsaw is their own fighting skill, and this gives true close combat specialists a real moment to shine. So now let's have a look at some of the actual stats, and there's a little bit more to go through this article. It's packed with some good stuff today, and it tells us that we don't need to worry because fans of power swords and other especially choppy pieces of kit will still retain their iconic lethality thanks to the special and critical hit effects, and we went through those a bit yesterday. But let's take a look at the power sword. So we've got the power weapon here, and it tells us that it's lethal 5+ in the special rules, and this means you're scoring critical hits at twice the normal rate of the humble bayonet. So this is pretty cool. So now with this power weapon, the weapon strength is 3+, so it's a 3+ to hit, and if you get a 6 in that roll, then you're going to do critical damage. But now with this special rule taking effect, this lethal 5+ means if you get a 5 or 6, you're going to cause a critical hit. So that improves that chances hugely. I mean, you're going to get a great chance of getting a hit there with a 3+ anyway. But now with a 5 or 6 for a critical hit, this special rule really does make this weapon super powerful. But even the Bayonet is going to do pretty good. So looking at the Bayonet here, we're going to get 3 attacks, and the weapon strength is going to be a 4+, and then no special rules, but you do damage of 2 or 3 on a crit. So if you roll a 4 or 5, you're going to deal 2 damage. If you roll a 6, you're going to deal 3 damage. So this is sounding pretty good. You're still going to dish out some damage there, but we've got to get up close to do that damage. So let's read on through the article and find out how movement works in our close combat. In a previous video, I went through how the movement is going to work and how this new gauge decides how each player or each fighter can move. And so those gauges are broken down into 4 increments of 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch and 6 inch. And each of those corresponds to a different shape. And so units can move in increments of 2 inch if they've got a white circle, which is represented by the symbol you can see on the screen now. And most fighters, it tells us in this article, are going to have either 2 or 3 white circles for their movement. And the idea with this new system is that it's going to make navigating terrain much easier. So, for example, the cost to climb a ladder or vault over a barricade is going to usually be 1 white circle. So if your player or your fighter has got 3 white circles for their movement, then they can move a total of 6 inches. But to get over that barricade, they lose a white circle, so they lose 2 inches of movement, and so therefore they can then move up to 4 inches in total. So this is nice, I like this. This makes things really, really simple, and you don't have to worry about measuring exact vertical distances now to get over these obstacles. So this is really good. I really like this, and I could see that being really straightforward to play. But it does mention in the article still that you are still using inches to measure the movements. So you can still use a trusted measuring tape if you prefer. So you don't have to use the gauge. So you've got some options there. So there we go, that's covered the close combat rules now from the article put out today, and I've got to say this all makes loads of sense and I really like it. I think it's looking awesome. But what do you think? I'd love to hear what you think about these new rules and how you imagine these close combat rules playing out in a game. So join in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you think about this, and yeah, I love reading your comments, so it's awesome to find out all your thoughts and feedback. I was also watching Glass Half Dead earlier today, and he said something really cool in one of his videos, how that he recommends we all check out different creators for the Kill Team community and really support them and get in and give them a like, subscribe and comment in the comment section, because it really helps get the videos out there. And the more people creating Kill Team content, the better for everybody, you watching but also us as creators. It really helps support and grow that community. So there's no competition between us. There's so much to go round. We should all be working together and collaborating and helping each other and really pushing this hobby forward as a team. So I really like that, and it was so great to hear that in his video. So go and check out his work too, and also all the other awesome Kill Team creators out there at the moment. I'm really excited about this Kill Team game, and I can't wait to get it and start adding loads of content to the channel. I'm going to go all in and do tons of Kill Team content. So like I've done with Warcry, I'm just going to go at it and just put out Kill Team pretty much every day if I can. So that's going to be awesome. But don't worry, if you're already following the channel for Warcry and Age of Sigmar and Underworlds, that's all going to continue as normal. I'm certainly not going to reduce the amount of content I'm doing for that. Kill Team's just going to be a bonus. So look out for that too. And if you'd like to support the channel and help me achieve doing this extra daily video for Kill Team, then please check out my Patreon page, where you can join an awesome community and you really help support the channel, and you're going to help me get these videos done every day. So there's a little bit at the end of the video, and I'll put a link in the description, and I'd love to see you there. Don't forget, I've also put videos up for the data card, so you can find out all about that and the movement in a bit more detail, and also range combat yesterday. And so yeah, if you want to see those, they're up on the channel already. But this is awesome. We've had some great updates this week, and I can't wait to find out more as more articles are released for this game. But thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page, and thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out, and you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description, and it'll be great to see you there.